I work 50 hours a week, I come home and I keep working. And a lot of you out there are going to be studying and going to be researching or working on your own things, either in a dead-end job or something that you're doing behind the scenes, like learning to play guitar, or maybe you're trying to think of doing some research on history or something like that. And it feels at times like there's no end. Like we're just going to do this forever, and that, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. And for those of you struggling with this, know that you're not alone. There's going to be a lot of you out there who are in the same boat. And I, for one, struggle with this. This morning, this is my day off, I got up at 7 a.m. and I had a shower and I sat down at the desk over there and I decided to do some work. I really couldn't bring myself to do it, right? It's one of them, I'm really not in the mood today. Except for it's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon-ish and I've done 5 hours worth of work. This is a marathon. And you don't get through a marathon by giving up. You don't get through a marathon by going, oh, this is too hard. And you don't get through a marathon by just not doing the work. You have to realise that there's a mentality for it. The people who reach the end of the marathon usually have several traits or several concepts or ideas or this frame of mind that allows them to get to their goal. And if you have those that mentality, the frame of mind, you will get to the end of your goal as well. Some of the things that I've learned, there's loads, but I'm going to give you 3 at least today that hopefully you guys can learn from as well. First one I would say is to deschedule. Yeah, you're going to have work for 40 hours a week or school or whatever, and you can't help that. And yeah, you're going to go out on a Friday evening, or there's going to be band practice on a Wednesday night or something, and you can't help them things. But there are times where there's, I'm going to do some research on Thursday evening. And it's really tempting to say that, but I would actually encourage you not to do that. I would encourage you to actually say, no, Thursday evening I've got nothing going on. Deschedule. And there's a very good reason for that. Because tip number 2 is choose. Comes to Thursday evening, I've got nothing going on. I could watch TV, I could go on YouTube, I could go on Facebook. You actually go, I choose to do some work here. I choose to go and do some study. I choose to work on history, or I read a book or something. Whatever it is you want to do. I choose to pick up a guitar and start playing it. The point is that you could go and do TV. You could go and do whatever, but you don't. You decide to do something. So instead of saying, I have to go and read a book or study or whatever, no, you're making the choice to. And that's a significant thing, because if you choose to do something, you're actively deciding to do it. Whereas if you have to do it, oh, it's so awful. And it's not. Just decide to do it. It's a different frame of mind. Now, of course, you can't just, I'm going to run a marathon and just start running. You have to build up to that. And that's the point. If you start and go, you know what, I'm going to write something now. And I'm not going to sit here for 5 hours and do it. I'm just going to do 1 sentence. I'm going to do 10 words. Easy, right? I can sit there for 10 minutes and do 1 or 2 sentences, right? So you do the first sentence, you do the second sentence, and you go, I'm really not in the mood for this. Alright, I'll just do 1 more sentence. You do 1 more sentence. And you go, well, I could go and watch TV, but I've started now. You know what, I'll do another sentence or 2. And then that 10 minutes turns into 5 hours. The point is that you can't run a marathon, not that I've ever run one, but you can't do a big project by not starting or deciding that I have to do this, even though that's not true, and by, planning to do it. I don't think that's the right way to go about it. It's forcing you to do something when in reality you don't have to. Commit, if you just commit to 1 sentence, you've chosen to do that 1 sentence, and you don't have to, you can go and do something else if you want, you'll do that 1 sentence, and then that 1 sentence will turn into more work. Trust me, that's how I do work. That's exactly how I do it.